Hi, I'm here to talk about That Christmas, which is a Christmas animated film that I basically knew nothing about before I started watching. And so I thought I would just have an open mind and hope that the film would be good. And I think it's good that I kept an open mind about it because I do think it's a good film. I don't think it's a perfect film, but I think that the film has some characters that are really good and there's a really good amount of heart, and the characters and parts of the film that are good are so well done that I think the film really does work. And what does make That Christmas a little bit complicated, I think hinders it a little bit, even though I definitely think it's a good movie, is that there's a lot of storylines for one film. Uh, it deals with some people. There's some kids. There's a boy who is dealing with some stuff involving his parents, and there's also a storyline involving uh, the boy and a sort of strict woman who has a storyline where she feels sad about stuff and she's lonely, and the boy has a crush on this girl Sam, and Sam has a storyline with her sister Charlie, and also they have a classmate Bernadette who has a storyline, and there's a group of parents and they have a storyline. So there's a lot going on. What I do think helps the film is that the different storylines aren't bad, and most of the storylines have a good amount of heart. I think the subplot involving the parents, there's mostly just comedy involved in that. The other plots, each of them have a good amount of heart and comforting feelings and good stuff where some characters make some mistakes and they make up for it and things can go well. It's a good, comforting Christmas film. And I think what really helps the film is the subplot involving the two sisters, Sam and Charlie. I think they're both really good characters, and that was the storyline that I was the most interested in. I think that the character of Sam is really one of the most likable characters that I've seen from a Christmas film in a long time, and she's somebody that often feels nervous about stuff, and I can relate to that a lot. And she's such a kind, thoughtful person, which I can't relate to as much, but I definitely try to be nice and thoughtful, although I'm certainly not as nice and thoughtful as she is. And she really is very compelling. I really like how she and her sister interact, where they're have much different ways of going about things, but I really like that they're on each other's side. I feel like it could have easily been a story where they're not getting along and then they learn to get along, where there is some conflict involved in their storyline, but it's not because they ever get into this horrible fight or anything. Uh, Sam really does want Charlie to have a good Christmas, and Charlie isn't the best at expressing how much she cares about Sam, but she really does. And I feel like it would have been so easy to make Charlie an unlikable character and then to try to find a way to make her appear likable later on, but the film manages to make Charlie likable, and even though she goes about some things wrong, she never feels like a terribly unlikable character, and Sam and Charlie are both really likable characters that really elevate the film, in my opinion.